This is the Dance Off the Inches Cardio Striptease Step Guide. We're going to break down 10 of the featured moves and many combinations that you'll find in this program. This is the press and swerve, and it looks like this. We press down, then we swerve it up. Now let's break that down. We're going to really show off the legs here, so you've got to keep your fingers nice and wide, sit them right on your hip bones so you can go all the way down your leg. So let's step out with the right foot and press into those thighs. Press down, all the way to your knees. Come back up. Let's do that one more time. Press down from your hip bones and into those knees. Now I want you to imagine a chair. It's just sitting right in front of you. You place your hands softly on the back of it. Keep those fingertips nice and light. We're going to step out with the right foot. Then we're going to swerve 4 times with our hips. Swerve it to the right, to the left, then back to the right, then all the way up. Let's do those hips one more time. Swerve it with that chair. Right and left, to the right, then all the way back over to the left. Let's put that together nice and slow. From those hip bones, press and swerve it all the way up. Good. Now let's do it up to tempo, just like we do in the routine. The press and swerve. Press it out. Swerve it up. Let's do it again. Press and swerve it all the way up. And that's the press and swerve. This is the stiletto shake, and it looks like this. Peel off your shirt, strike a pose, then shake it out. Now let's break it down. There's lots of fun moves in here that we can really spice up. So let's pretend we have a pair of high heels on, and we're going to walk down the catwalk. Let's get up onto those toes. Walk nice and slow, up on the balls of your feet. Really tiptoeing. Yes. Now, what's sexier than peeling off your shirt and striking a pose? Let's do that while we walk. Let's take 6 steps and then hit our pose. Nice and slow. Peel it off. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and pose. Now, there are so many fun, creative poses that you can do, so don't hold back. You can hit a pose here, you can hit a pose here, whatever's comfortable for you. So just let it go. Let's do that one more time. Peel that shirt off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and pose. Good. Now I want you to imagine there's a chair in front of you, and we're going to tiptoe all the way around it and hit our pose. Let's make that circle to the back. Let's go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and pose. Now, we have to do our hips here because they're super important to this shake. So we just posed out, so let's keep our arms up and shake it to the right. 2 to the right. Sink into that hip. Then 2 to the left. Do it again. Sit on to the hip, and then bring it to the left. Yes, let's put all of those together, nice and slow, around that chair. Step it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and pose. Now shake it to the right and shake it to the left. Again, back it to the right, into that hip, then to the left. Now let's do it up to tempo, just like you'll see it in the routine. Ready? Let's go. And peel off that shirt and strike a pose and shake. Take it to the right and take it to the left. Do it again. Around the chair. Peel off that shirt. All the way around and pose. Shake it out. And back to the left. And hips. And that's the stiletto shake. This move is called Work the Room, and it looks like this. Cross and punch. Hit the chest, cross. Then take it back to center and cross at the shoulders. Then bounce it to the left. Then bring it back to center and pump it out. Now, this move is really fun because it's kind of like you're being shy, but then you wow them with a little punch at the end. So we're going to start with those bounces on our right leg. Just going to bring up our toe and really sit into that hip. My leg is crossing over. And switch the weight onto the left. Doing the same thing with our hips. Then take it back, and then back to the left. Good. Now let's just add on the arms to this. Bring them to your chest. Same arm and same leg. Pull it in, and then wrap it around to the waist. Hands are soft. Then you just punch it down, and then punch it to the other side, and then pop your chest. Now I want you to turn to the right wall. I want to show you this chest because it's really important in this move. Make sure you reach up with your chest like you're taking a big deep breath, and then you just got to contract with your abs. Let's do that one more time. Take it up, and then bring it down. Bring it back to center. So make sure that you just really take a deep breath on that. Let's put it together nice and slow, but we're going to bounce to the right, center, then left, and then back to center. Let's go. Cross it in, nice and soft. Soft. Now get a little attitude, and then pump that chest. Show off that body from every angle of the room. Now punch it down, back to center. Yeah. Take it in. Cross it down. Now punch it to the left. Pop that chest. Remember to take a breath on this. Fingers are soft. And then we're going to punch, then pop it. Now let's take it up to tempo just like you'd see it in the routine. Ready? Here we go. And work the room. Cross it, turn to the right wall. It's almost like you're throwing a little tantrum, and pop to the center. Like you know what you want, and you want it now. To the left wall, bring it back, and in, and pump. And that's work the room. This is the booty sit, and it looks like this. Now we really got to break this down because we got to use our rump in this one. So we're going to step out with that right foot and really show some leg. Tap it out. Now you got to sink down into that hip, sit all the way back so you transfer your weight. Then we got to add some bounce, up and up together. Let's do that on the left side. Take out that left foot, sink into that back hip, and then bounce it up. Bounce and bounce together. Now, if you had on a cute skirt or you had on some really hot fishnet tights, you could show them off right here. But let's add some arms so we can lift it up. You're going to add the right arm on the thigh, and then the left hand, slide it down the leg, and then a little peekaboo right there on the left. Touch it out, left hand, touch it out, right hand, then sit into that hip, and then bounce that booty. Now, let's do that all up to tempo. Starting with the right foot. Step and sit it down. Bounce those hips. And left and sit. And bounce those hips. And that's the booty sit. This is the back pocket roll-up. And it looks like this. Push those hips to the front. Push those hips to the back. Then roll it all the way up. And dance it to the other side. Push those hips to the front, then roll them to the back, and dance it all the way up, and then shake it out. Now let's break this down. There's a lot of fun pieces in this, so we got to really use our hips and think about these by themselves. We're going to start with our hip roll, and we're just going to push our hips to the back. Bend your knees and work the hips to the right side. Kind of like you're moving something in the back of you. Roll it around, and lean the chest forward and make it nice and soft. Let's turn to the right side. We're going to do back pockets here. So think of your tightest jeans, put the hands on the small of your back, and you're just going to push them down as we do those hips, moving to me. Push those hips all the way forward, and then bring them all the way back, like you're sliding them in your back pockets. Let's do that again. Press it to me, and then bring them back. Now the second part of this is the roll-up. And it doesn't matter how flexible you are. So you can go as low or as high as you want, because it's all about working it on the way back up. So we're going to reach down as far as we can, try to touch our ankles, and then milk it all the way up. You just got to roll it up. The curve of your back leading with your head. Then you get a free dance, whatever you want here. I like to put my arms up, or you can put your arms down. So let's do that one more time. Roll it all the way up from the floor to that free dance. Yes, let's put that together. But this time, let's dance it to the left wall and roll it front. Bring those hips to me. Bring those hips to the back. Now roll it up and then dance it to the other side. Now let's practice our back pockets. Bring your hips to me. Bring them to the front. Then roll them to the back. Then reach it to the floor and the ankles. And then dance it to the center. Now, let's do this all up to tempo, just like we do it in the routine. Starting on the right, give me back pockets. Hips to me, roll them to the back, then just work it up. Dance it to the left and to the front, and roll it to the back. Then work it all the way up, then dance it up. And that's the back pocket roll up. This move is called drop it like it's hot, and it looks like this. Press, roll it up, work those hips, and press. Roll it up, and work those hips. Now let's really break it down, because there's lots of hot moves in here. So let's focus on the hips first. Starting on the right side, we're going to take it down to the right, down to the left, and then make this one long all the way over. You can straighten your leg out here. Now let's do it on the left. 1 hip, 2 hips, then all the way back over and straighten out that leg. Let's do that one more time, nice and slow. Take the hips to the right, sway them over, then back to the left, then roll it all the way to the top. Now the left side. Roll it down, then roll it over, and then sway it all the way to the top. Leg is straight. Now let's do the leg part. You're just going to put your hand on your hip bone and step out that right foot. Right up on that toe, we're going to slide our hand down on the inside of our thigh as we come down into a little crouch pose. Shoulder is forward, and let's just push that booty back, rolling all the way up, really working it all the way to the top. You can sit back into it. Let's do that on the left side. Step out with that foot, keep your hand on your hip bone, and then press down into your thigh, looking over that shoulder. And then let's just push it all the way back and let that hand just follow you all the way up. Yes, now let's put those two together. Let's start with the leg out and push into that thigh. Push down into that thigh. Roll it all the way to the top. Now switch those hips to the right, to the left, and then drag it all the way out. Push into that left leg, and then roll it all the way up to the top. Then hips to the left, hips to the right, and then they sway all the way back. Let's do that up to tempo, just like you'd see it in the routine. Starting with the right foot. Press it down. Roll it up. And 1, 2, 3. Press it down. Roll it up. And give me 1, 2, 3. And that's how you drop it like it's hot. This move is called Let It Loose, and it looks like this. Swing it all the way around, then swing it out, and bring it back. And the most important part about this move is the arms, but we're going to start with a nice step touch to the right, just tapping it out 2 times. Step, together, step, together. Now let's take it back to the left. Nice and slow little steps together. Yes, now I want you to bring your hands up over your head. Bring your left arm up, and then your right arm up. My arms are rounded out, so they're not stiff like cheerleader. They're nice and soft and relaxed. My shoulders are pressed down. Now when you step out with that right foot, you've got to reach it over, making this nice long line stretch here. And then when you step back, you reach it back to the other side. Now we're going to make a circle with our torso, just all the way around, arch your back just a little bit, and bring it back. Let's just take it back to the left. Make that line right here, and then bring it back, and then do the circle all the way around. Yes, now let's just do that up to tempo. Here you go. Take it out and in, roll it around. Bring it back, out and in. One more time up to speed. It goes out and in, roll it around and out, around the body. And that's let it loose. This move is called playing hard to get, and it looks like this. Down, rolling those feet, and then we just roll it forward. Bring it all the way back up. Now let's break these legs down first. We're going to step out with our right toe. We're going to draw a little half circle on the floor. So just draw it around to the back. Now just transfer the weight up so your left toe is pointed. Now you can just bring it back on the left side, all the way around to the back. Then just transfer the weight. Do it again on the right side, and then on the left. Now we have to come back, so we're going to roll our hips starting with that right foot. Roll your hips forward and step together, leading with the right foot and step together. Now let's do that one more time. Just press it out with that right foot. Draw it back, around, left, putting your weight into that supporting leg. Now let's just roll it forward with the right foot. Roll it forward, lead with that right foot, and then bring it together. Now we've definitely got to sass this up with some arms, so let's put them on our thighs. You can massage it however you want to. On the right, you're going to press it down, really work those legs. You're playing hard to get, and really roll it down. Now let's caress the shoulder, over the shoulder, as you're coming back into the room, and then bring it back up. And all the way to the top. Let's do that up to tempo, just like you see in the dance. Bring it down, down, bring those legs back, then roll it over the shoulder. One more time, and playing hard to get. Half circles on the floor, then caressing that shoulder on the way back up. And that's playing hard to get. This is the leg drag, and it looks like this. 1, 2, roll it up, and just roll it up. Now, this move has lots of sassy shoulders, so let's just get comfortable with how they move, and let's just roll them to the back nice and slow. Just roll it back on the left, and the right, and the left. Keep going, press it back. Roll those shoulders around, and just move them to the back. Now, let's just do it how we do in the routine. We go 1, 2, 3, make it long. Starting with the left shoulder. It goes 1, 2, drag it all the way in. Now on the right. 1, 2, drag it all the way in. Let's do that one more time. Drag it left shoulder, right shoulder, then all the way up, and then bring it back, and roll it all the way in. Now let's add some leg action. So the right toe is going to go out to the side. Then we're just going to drag it right in. So just pull it in. Now on the left toe, stick it out, and then just draw your hips in. One more time. Right toe, drag it in, and then left toe, drag it in. Let's put those two pieces together, nice and slow, starting with your left shoulder and your right foot. Press it out. 1, 2, 3, and drag it and up. Let's do that up to tempo, just like we do in the routine. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think we can do that just one more time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And that's the leg drag. This is the tease and turn, and it looks like this. Up, come up onto that toe, then we swivel around. Let's pick it up on the left side, bring it up, all the way in, and then dance it around. Pull it all the way down your body. Now, there's lots of fun, sexy pieces to this, so we're going to break down that foot first. So we're going to pick up that right foot, and it's almost going to feel like you're falling over. So let's just pick up that right foot, and then just slink it down. Then the left side, comes up onto your toe, and then you fall down. Let's do that one more time. Let's pick up that right foot. Bring it up and down. Bring up the left foot and down. Now, we got to do the arm piece of this, so let's just do that by itself. It's just going to pull up the center of your body. Hands are nice and soft. Then you pull it up on the right, and then you pull it all the way in, and you just slide it all the way up. So let's put those feet and those legs together, nice and slow. Bring it up and down. Do it one more time. Bring it up and down, all the way in and down. Now let's learn the turn part of this. We're just going to do quarter turns, starting with the right foot and a half circle all the way around. So pick up the right foot and pivot to the side, pivot to the back. Then you bring it back to the front. Now let's do that turn, starting with the left foot. We go left, work the back, turn it to the side, turn it to the back, then bring it to the front. Now we definitely got to add some arms to this. So we're going to bring them up over our head and then just push them down your curves. Let's do that with the right foot and pivot around, to the side, to the back, then bring it down. Pick up that left foot, up the hair, down the curves, to the hips, and back down. Now we got to put these two pieces together, but let's do it slow. So pick up the right foot, bring it up, down, one more time, and let's pivot with the right foot. Around the head, down the curves, swivel those hips, pick up that left foot, bring it up, down, get up onto that toe. Now let's pivot with the left foot, around, push it down, all the way down to the hips, then bring it to the front. Now let's just do it up to tempo. Pick up that right foot, bring it up, and now let's pivot around with the right foot. Now we've got to pick up that left leg, pick it up. Now turn with the left foot around, all the way down the body. And that's the tease and turn.